Photographer by Christopher Shirley. In this presentation, we will discuss a few steps you might want to take in order to make photography a career. When getting into photography, you have to be able to answer one question: what kind of story do I want to tell? To further pursue your career in photography, you're going to need to be able to pick what education path you think works best for you. By default, becoming a self-employed professional photographer is determined less by formal education and more by how quickly you learn what is essential to survive and prosper economically. In other words, business acumen will be at least as important as your creativity and photographic ability. One of the best approaches to getting your foot in the door of photography is to become a professional photographer's photographic assistant. Just what is a professional photographic assistant? Well, in general, it's an individual with both photographic and related skills who assists a professional photographer. Being a photographic assistant can be both a transitional period and a learning experience. It can allow the advanced amateur or a recent photography school graduate to turn professional more smoothly. A good assistant has marketable photographic skills, but also performs as an apprentice. This is the average salary for a sports photographer back in 2014. According to an article published by the New York Film Academy in September of 2014. Now, obviously, this is not the ideal salary needed to be able to support oneself, but understand that photography is very outcome-based. The amount of revenue collected is all based off of the types of events and photos that are taken and sold. The best camera for sports photography is the single lens reflex, or the SLR, whether film or digital. Today's professional sports photographers at almost every level use digital equipment. The nature of their work, the deadlines they must meet, and the speed with which digital images can be transmitted from an event into publication make digital photography natural for pro sports photographers. Cited Peter Skinner, 2010. Choosing lenses. The simple advice is buy the fastest lens you can afford. Conversely, the faster the lens, the more internal glass and the heavier the lens is. So, this will in turn drive the cost and the weight up and become significant factors. Sports photography is demanding, extremely competitive, and not the most lucrative field of photography. As competitive as it is, those who have made it their profession probably have done so because above all, they simply love sports and everything associated with the sporting life. They probably would not have it any other way. For many photographers, however, covering sports is a hobby. It's a way that they can get more involved in sports and document that involvement, or their children's or friends' participation.